Yo, what's up, y'all? What's good with you? Hope everybody's doing all right. But I want to weigh in on something. Um, a situation that's at hand, dealing with Shadeur Sanders. And if you're not aware, we're going in day 3 of the draft. Now, if you look at Shadeur Sanders, I'm not gonna get into all that. I'm not. You guys already know as far as his ratings and where they had him listed and things like that. But what I am going to say is, and I'm going to go back to Deion Sanders. And when Deion Sanders is a Hall of Famer. Deion Sanders has nothing to prove and everything to be grateful for all his accomplishments and accolades that he has received throughout his life. But I want to say this here, though. I remember when Deion Sanders came to the HBCU and Jackson State, to be correct, and for him to come in and change the narrative, change the way the public saw HBCUs. And as Deion Sanders said, he said God laid upon his heart to move to the HBCU. He needed to be where he was. And Deion Sanders did some great things while he was with Jackson State. I mean, he got TV time that a lot of HBCUs didn't get. He got a lot of media attention. He got a lot of recognition by celebrities and all the good things that comes with being a Hall of Famer. And I thought that was a great thing. And then, he went through the situation of the funds and all that stuff. But I said, what if Deion, instead of leaving the HBCU, but became the chairperson of the HBCU football programs? I understand that, he came back and said that God laid upon his heart to move to Colorado. I mean, I said it was a bad idea. I did. I said it was a bad idea. Because we got to talk about what Deion brought to HBCUs. Deion Sanders brought Power 5 team players that went into the transfer portal that was coming to HBCUs. Deion Sanders was drawing kids from Alabama, from LSU, from Baylor, all these different schools. They were jumping the transfer portal and coming back to the HBCUs. This is what was happening. And we saw it on a regular basis that these kids was coming out, going back to HBCU. Well, in my opinion, those that oversee the NCAA didn't like the fact that was taking place. They didn't like the fact that these talented players was leaving these institutions and heading back to HBCU. I saw the writing on the wall. I saw what was taking place, and they didn't like it. Deion got the opportunity to accept a job at one of the worst programs in the NCAA. In the NCAA field itself, Colorado. And personally, that was a setup. It was a setup for Deion to fail, to remove him from the HBCUs because of what was taking place, and to give him the worst team that was out there and watch him fail. But that wasn't the case. Deion changed the program. Colorado today is getting more publicity and more attention than any other schools out there. And sure enough, that wasn't enough. And those that sit high didn't like that. They didn't like the fact that the athletic director and those that's over Colorado actually allowed him to do what he's been doing. That is just my opinion. You have to talk to Deion about that. But this is what I'm saying. But knowing that they couldn't get to Deion, now they're after his son. And we're talking about this man is, his distractions. This young man is no distraction. You tell me where there's a place where there's not a camera, where there's someone not on Twitter, someone that's not on Facebook, on Instagram. It's the way of life. Let's talk about Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks is in everybody's organization doing documentaries. But we're saying his off the field distractions. He's a good kid. And you guys heard the story. But I say this to say, what if Deion would have stayed in the HBCUs? What if he walked away from coaching and became the chairperson over the HBCU football program? Now, personally with Shadeur, if it was me, I would just go play Canadian football, because now he's been disrespected. Anything less than second round is disrespect. Shadeur Sanders, man, I'm proud of you. Deion Sanders, I'm proud of you. What you've done, what you represent as a black man, as a confident, well-established, God-fearing man. Yeah, I do. I appreciate you. And I know this is not the end. But I really, truly hope you have a clap back for all those that meant wrong or meant harm to you and your family. I'll be waiting. Because if I know the Deion Sanders and the way he move, Sanders gonna be all right. Just my take. Don't let the shirt fool you. Stay humble. Yeah. Stay humble. Only fit those that need to be humble. But when a man walks in confidence, walks in godly-like manners, that's already humility right there.